Let's be honest, society doesn't exactly celebrate women as they age. We're told beauty fades, that younger is always better. But here's the truth, no one says out loud. Many women become more attractive with age. Read that again, and the wildest part, most don't even realize it. Today, we're flipping the script. We're unpacking 11 signs that you're not just aging, you're thriving, that your presence is becoming more magnetic, more powerful, and more grounded than ever. If even a few of these resonate with you, it's time to stop second-guessing yourself. Start owning your glow. Let's dive in. The inner shift no one talks about. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. You may not get as many compliments anymore. You're not chasing attention. You're not seeking validation like you once did. But people notice you even when you're not trying. And still, you dismiss it. You tell yourself it's just politeness. Or maybe you're imagining it. But what if it's real? Because what you're seeing is the difference between surface-level attraction and the deep, undeniable pull of authentic presence. This is what mature beauty looks like, and it's a force. A study in psychology and aging found something striking. While people in their 20s were rated higher on basic physical appearance, older women ranked higher in presence, confidence, and emotional depth, of stuff that real attraction is built on. So if you're walking through life feeling invisible, think again. You're not invisible. You're just operating at a frequency that no longer screams for attention. It commands it. Sign number 1. You walk with confidence. This is where it all starts. You enter a room and don't need to be loud to be seen. Your posture speaks before you. Your energy is grounded. Your words carry weight. Why? Because you've lived, you've failed, healed, grown, and learned. And that kind of earned confidence, it's magnetic. A 2022 survey by eHarmony showed 64% of men over 35 find confidence in a woman more attractive than looks alone. That's powerful. Confident women don't overstretch, they don't dim their light to make others comfortable. They show up fully, and it shows. It's not arrogance. It's self-ownership, and everyone feels it. Sign number 2. Younger people are drawn to you. Ever noticed how younger people gravitate toward you? Whether it's friendly interest or playful flirtation, it's not just charm, it's presence. You give off warmth, stability, intelligence, and most of all, self-assurance. And that, it's rare. OkCupid data revealed something unexpected. A growing number of younger men are actively seeking relationships with older women, not just for looks but for the depth, clarity, and emotional maturity they bring. You don't need anyone to validate you. And in a world full of people trying to prove themselves, your quiet confidence becomes irresistible. Sign number 1. Younger men are drawn to you. Many guys under 35 are actively seeking older women. Why? Because they crave depth, emotional maturity, self-awareness, and grounded energy. And you radiate that. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're not pretending to be cool. You're just real, and in a world full of filters and facades, real is magnetic. So if younger people keep gravitating toward you, it's not random, it's your inner strength shining through. Sin number 2. People come to you for advice. This one's often missed. When others seek you out, not just to chat, but for genuine advice or emotional insight, that's not just respect, that's influence. You're not just noticed, you're trusted. Attractive older women don't just turn heads, they guide. They shape, they leave a mark. According to research in the Journal of Interpersonal Attraction, women seen as wise and emotionally intelligent are considered more desirable for deep, lasting connections. You're not just beautiful, you're valuable. And people feel that. Sign. #3. You've outgrown competition. You're done with rivalry. You don't tear others down, you lift them up. You don't compare, you celebrate. That quiet confidence, it speaks louder than any performance. You're not here to prove, you're here to be, and that kind of energy, secure, supportive, mature, is rare. Case studies from relationship experts show that women over 40 who embody this collaborative spirit are described as magnetic, not just by friends but by romantic partners, too. Because emotional stability is a rare kind of beauty. You're not part of the noise, you're the calm. Sign number 4. You dress for yourself. You've found your look. You're not following trends, you're setting your own standard. Your style reflects you, your body, your rhythm, your story. Whether it's a tailored blazer, minimalist accessories, or a favorite necklace with a memory attached, it's not about what's in, It's about what's you. A YouGov poll found that 70% of women over 40 feel more attractive than they did a decade earlier. Why? Because they finally embraced what suits them. It's not just fashion, it's self-expression. And nothing is more attractive than a woman who knows herself. Sign number 5. You're selective with your time. You don't chase, you attract. Say that again. You don't chase, you attract. You've stopped entertaining low-effort energy. Your time is sacred, and people sense that you don't waste energy proving your worth to people who can't recognize it. You move with intention, not desperation. And in doing so, you become someone others aspire to connect with, because your presence isn't available to just anyone. It's earned. Breadcrumbs, not your thing. You don't settle for maybe or mixed signals because you have standards now, not out of arrogance or coldness, but because you've finally recognized how valuable your time, energy, and peace really are. In fact, a 2023 Match.com study found that women over 40 were not only the most selective on dating apps, they were also among the most messaged. Why? Because quality attracts quality. Because confidence, clarity, and class never go out of style. You're not desperate. You're disciplined in your self-respect, and that makes you magnetic in ways most people can't even explain. Sign number 7. You're comfortable with silence. Most people don't realize this, but silence is power. They fidget, overshare, scramble to fill the quiet. But you sit in stillness like it's home. You hold eye contact. You listen fully. You don't need to perform or prove anything. Therapists often say, the ones who can hold space without filling it are the ones who command the most presence. Because in that silence, you're not empty, you're anchored. And long after the conversation ends, that energy lingers. You're not afraid of quiet moments. You understand they often say more than noise ever could. Sign number 8. People compliment your energy, not just your appearance. You have such a calm vibe. I just feel better around you. You light up the room. Sound familiar? Attractive, confident women hear these things not just because of how they look, but because of how they make people feel. Your beauty radiates from the inside out through your warmth, your presence, your groundedness. A 2019 TEDx study on human connection found that after first impressions, people remember your energy more than your features. So when someone says, I don't know what it is about you, they're not imagining it. That something is your inner peace. It's your self-awareness. It's your emotional vibration. And yes, it's incredibly attractive. Sign number 9. You set boundaries without guilt. You say no without apology. You walk away when something doesn't feel aligned. You don't shrink yourself to make others comfortable anymore. And no, that's not rudeness. That's self-respect. You've learned a powerful truth. You teach people how to treat you. Harvard Business Review even linked boundary-setting behavior to leadership and earned admiration. People respect those who protect their energy and peace, home, in friendships, and in work. When you assert your boundaries calmly and clearly, it doesn't push people away. It attracts the right ones closer. Because you're not here to prove your worth. You're here to preserve it. That's not just attractive, that's powerful. Sign number 10. You keep evolving. You're not stuck in a version of yourself from the past. You grow, you learn, you shed, you bloom. And that, more than anything, is what makes you irresistible, not because you've got it all figured out, but because you never stopped becoming. Here's something more women need to hear. Attractive women don't stay stuck. They evolve, they explore, they reinvent. You're not clinging to an outdated version of yourself. You're learning new languages, launching side hustles, earning certifications in things you've always loved. Maybe you're back in the gym not for the mirror, but for the mindset. You're expanding mentally, emotionally, spiritually. A Stanford Center on Longevity report revealed something powerful. Women in their 40s and 50s are more likely than any other age group to dive into new passions, hobbies, and personal growth. Why? Because you've let go of the old rules. You've stopped living for everyone else. Now you're living for you, and that kind of curiosity, that hunger to keep becoming, it's magnetic. It says to the world, I'm still unfolding, because growth is sexy, stagnation, not so much, and you're still growing. Sign number 11. People keep telling you you don't look your age, but here's the truth. It's not just about the skin. It's your energy they're responding to. You must be lying about your age. You have this glow. You feel so youthful. That's not just about appearance. That's your aliveness. Sure, maybe you eat clean, maybe you move your body and sleep well. But more than that, you laugh, you smile, you stay curious, you engage with life like someone who's still wildly in love with it. In 2022, the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine confirmed it. Women who prioritize purpose, mindset, and movement are not only biologically younger, they radiate it through presence, through energy, through pure, unfiltered vitality. That's you. You don't just not look old, you shine. And that is the real flex. So if even a few of these signs resonate with you, you're not imagining it, you're not lucky. You're witnessing your own glow up, not in spite of your age, but because of it. You've softened in the right places. You've strengthened in all the others. You've swapped insecurity for wisdom, validation for purpose. You're not just attractive for your age, you're powerful because of it. So what now? Own it. Stop dimming your light to make others feel comfortable. Stop waiting for permission to feel beautiful. Keep investing in your growth. Keep becoming, and only give your energy to people who recognize your worth fully, deeply, and without conditions. And please stop comparing. Attraction isn't about being the youngest, the thinnest, or the trendiest in the room. It's about being the most you in the room. And no one can do that better than you. Amelia, if this message touched something in you, hit that like button and share it with a woman who needs to hear this today. Drop a comment. Which of these signs showed up in your story? And remember, you're not past your prime. You're in your power. Subscribe for more content that empowers, educates, and celebrates the woman you are still becoming.